everyone, welcome to my tutorial for the Crochet Mesh Tee. We'll begin using the darker colored yarn. In this case, I'm using the navy blue. Begin with a slip knot. For the foundation chain, we need 116 chains. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Continue to 116 chains. I now need to join the chain that's attached to the hook to the first chain. To do this, make sure that the chains are not twisted. Join using a slip stitch. Round 1, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Double crochet into the next stitch. To work a double crochet, it's yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over, go through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, go through 2 loops on the hook. Continue working double crochets all through the round. I'm at the end of round 1 with 1 double crochet to go. To join, work a slip stitch into the chain 3. Before moving on to round 2, I've placed stitch markers into the following stitches: the 17th stitch from the start, the 41st stitch, the 75th stitch, and the 99th stitch. Round 2, chain 3, work double crochets to the first stitch marker. Work these double crochets into the back loops only. So here's the front loop and that's the back loop. Work the double crochets into the back loop only. Continue to the first stitch marker. I'm at the first stitch marker. Remove the stitch marker. Into that stitch, work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Remember to work into the back loops only. So that's a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and replace the stitch marker into the chain 1 space. Continue working double crochets to the next stitch marker where you work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, replacing the stitch marker into the chain 1 space. Do the same at the remaining stitch markers. When asked to repeat round 2, remember to always work the double crochets into the back loops only. I'm at the end of round 2. I need to slip stitch into the chain 3, but because I'm changing the color of my yarn at this stage, I'll go into the chain 3 and I've made a slip knot on the other color of the yarn. I'll go into that slip knot and I'll pull that slip knot through. Then it's chain 3 and chain 1. So it's actually chain 4. Chain 4 counts as a double crochet and chain 1. So the pattern is skip 1, double crochet into the next stitch. Then it's chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Continue the pattern to the first stitch marker. I've double crocheted into the double crochet just before the chain 1 and the stitch marker. So remove the stitch marker and chain 1, and into that chain 1 space work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Remember to replace the stitch marker into the chain 1 space, and then it's chain 1, and into that double crochet I'll work a double crochet. So then again continue with the pattern, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet to the next stitch marker where you'd work a double crochet into this double crochet. Then it's a chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into this chain 1 space, replacing the stitch marker into the chain 1 space, and then work a double crochet into this double crochet, followed by a chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. I'm at the second stitch marker. I've worked a double crochet into the stitch just before the chain 1 space. Remove the stitch marker, then it's chain 1, and into the chain 1 space a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, replacing the stitch marker into the chain 1 space, and then it's chain 1, double crochet into the next double crochet, then it's chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Continue to the next stitch marker where you'll do the same to complete the round. I've come to the end of round 3. To join, it's slip stitch into the chain 3 from the chain 4 at the start of the round. Then it's chain 4 again. Chain 4 counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. Then it's skip the chain space and into the double crochet work a double crochet. Then it's chain 1, skip the chain space, double crochet. Chain 1, skip the chain space, double crochet. Continue to the stitch marker where again you'll work a double crochet, then it's a chain 1, and into the chain 1 space a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, replacing the stitch marker, then it's a chain 1 and a double crochet into this double crochet, and continue with the pattern. I've completed round 5 by repeating round 4. Just take note that at the double crochet, chain 1, double crochets, I've been working a double crochet into those double crochets as well. So if you look at the pattern, you can see so that it gives a nice increase at the corners. I've completed rounds 6 to 12 by repeating round 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. At round 13, I chained 3 and continued with the pattern to the stitch marker. We'll now join the armhole from one stitch marker to the next. So to do that, I've double crocheted into the last double crochet before the stitch marker, then it's chain 1 and double crochet into the stitch marker space, then it's chain 1 again and go to the stitch marker on the other side, then double crochet into the stitch marker space on the other side. Then it's chain 1 and double crochet. So continue working chain 1, skip 1, double crochet to the next stitch marker where you'll join to the 4th stitch marker. I'm now at the 3rd stitch marker. I've worked a double crochet into the last stitch here, so it's chain 1 and into the stitch marked with a stitch marker, it's a double crochet, then it's chain 1 and go over to the 4th stitch marker where we'll work a double crochet into that stitch marked with the stitch marker. Then it's chain 1 and continue with the pattern, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. So what we've done is we've joined the armholes. I completed round 14 by chaining 4 at the start. Chain 4 counted as 1 double crochet and chain 1. I then skipped 1 and double crocheted. I then chained 1, skipped 1, double crocheted and followed the pattern all throughout the round. I've repeated round 14 21 more times or until the desired length of the tee. In this case, it's to round 35. The last round I worked was round 36. In this round, I worked all double crochets. So for every double crochet of the previous round, I worked a double crochet, and into every chain 1 space of the previous round, I worked a double crochet. I then fastened off and cut off the excess yarn. I've completed the lace pattern along round 1 and 2 and the repeat of round 1 and 2, just to have an idea of what it looks like. I'll now work it along the next repeat. Turn the tee to the back where you have your seam running along the back. Attach the yarn to the front loops that are now visible. Because you worked in the back loops, the front loops have become visible. So we'll work the lace pattern into those front loops. To attach the yarn, form a slip knot. And pull it through the front loop. Then it's single crochet into the next front loop. Then it's chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and skip 2 front loops, and into the third one single crochet. Again, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 front loops and into the 3rd front loop, single crochet, chain 3, skip 2 front loops and into the 3rd one, single crochet. So continue with chain 3, skip 2 front loops and single crochet to the end of the round. I've completed round 1 of the lace pattern. Moving on to round 2. So I'll single crochet into that first single crochet from the previous round, and I'll single crochet into the first chain 3 space. Then it's chain 3. Chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Work 4 double crochets into that first chain 3 space. So the 4 double crochets including the chain 3 counts as 5 double crochets. Then it's single crochet into the next chain 3 space, followed by 5 double crochets into the next chain 3 space. Then it's single crochet into the next chain 3 space, and the pattern is 5 double crochets into the next chain 3 space, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, 5 double crochets, single crochet. I've come to the end of round 2 of the lace pattern. I'll slip stitch into the chain 3 from the start of the round. That's it. Fasten off and cut off the excess yarn. You can now weave in all the ends to complete the top. I also, at the corners of the lace pattern, I put in a little stitch with the yarn needle and yarn to hold down the corners. So you can do the same here as well. Put in a little stitch. And that completes the crochet mesh tee.